Hello and welcome to The Scene. It's our brand new season and the brand new chapter of The Scene for 2021 as well. Thank you so much for joining us Sunday afternoon at 4 o'clock. This is our brand new home on Facebook and on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining us, and thank you for joining us in the studio as well from Morley. This show is all about one thing, and that is West Australian music. And we think of it as the artists you already know and love, plus those that you're finding out about for the very first time. And we love the fact that we are launching this show part of WA Music Week. This is the very first West Australian Music Week, and it kicked off on Friday night. So this is the week if you want to head out and catch some live Western Australian music. Of course, that's what we're going to do on this show every single Sunday afternoon. Now, this show has existed on commercial radio for 6 years on Mix 94.5 with 300 episodes and 500 acts over that time. I've got to say, I'm so excited that we are bringing it to this brand new format in 2021. 4 o'clock every Sunday afternoon on Facebook and on YouTube. And would love to know, please comment below in the section where you're watching us from. So is it in Perth? Are you around Australia, or perhaps even international? Would love to know, and please share this with your network as well. Hit the subscribe button on YouTube and the share button on Facebook. But it's all about one thing, and that is West Australian music. And I couldn't think of a better way to kick us into the brand new season of The Scene with one of Perth's best bands. I genuinely love these songs that these guys write. I love them as people as well. I think of them as the Perth Bee Gees. Maybe it's the beautiful high harmonies. Maybe it's the fact that Chris just genuinely reminds me of Barry Gibb. That's what I get when I look at him. Don't know where it comes from, but I love it. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for the Murphy Brothers with Breakup. Welcome, first guests on the scene for 2021.
What
Thank you.
crazy kind of secrets do you want from us tonight?
We've started off well, I see. It's going to be a very long night. Thank you very much, Lise. Thank you. Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers, indeed.
All right, let's get into it, shall we? 2021 marks the 30th anniversary for you guys, starting the band. We'll chat about the new album and of course that track, and you're going to play live a little bit later as well. But let's go back 30 years. Terminator 2 Judgment Day was number one at the box office.
Yes.
Yep. You guys were just starting out. What was that time like for you?
We were kids, that's the truth of it. We were little kids even. I think you were...
Well, I turned 12 at the end of that year.
12 years old.
Yeah.
My kids are older than that.
Yeah, yeah.
And I've stopped them from forming a band, let me tell you that.
Honestly, because people have always said, oh, well, you play drums, you play piano, how did that come about? It was a happy accident that we all started learning piano. Chris got a guitar from somewhere, found it on the rubbish dump, I don't know. And then he was just never apart from that guitar from that moment on. And then I think Courtney found a drum kit at school.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
And I decided, well, I'll have that. Thank you very much.
We started though with we couldn't get a drum kit to pour for a drum kit, so we started with a vinyl couch and a pair of chopsticks, and you could whack the sidearm here, which was nice and hollow, and go boom, and then the ottoman, you'd slap it with the other chopstick, and it made like a snap.
Wow.
So you could just
So
sort of jam
why'd you
out.
buy a drum kit then? I mean, you had it right there.
Not as sexy looking
Yeah,
in
yeah.
a band situation.
Hard to lug around
Yeah,
as well.
it was difficult to
Way
get.
more comfortable.
Mainly the
There's somewhere to bunk at the end of the night.
Oh, absolutely. Of course, Australian Idol was a big part of your life. 16 years ago now, I guess. 17 years ago. I guess the question is, Kieran, what show are you going to be on?
This one. I've been waiting
Saving himself. Saving himself.
I said, one day, my star will fall. I mean, that was a weird time to watch the guys.
I bet.
Going through that and going, well, I wonder if they're coming back to the band,
But people obviously still love talking to you about that time, as even though it was almost 2 decades ago now, rounded up.
Thanks, Blake.
But people, they still have a real affinity to that moment.
Yeah, the questions changed though. It
How
used
so?
to be, what's Dicko like?
Oh, yeah.
These days it's, are you Casey?
Yeah. Well, I get a lot of, you that guy from The Voice. And, oh, my God.
Let's talk about songwriting. Of course, the new album is done. It's
Yep.
not released, but it's ready to go.
Yep.
Yep.
How does it work? Because you all write quite differently. Do you collectively do stuff together? Does someone come in with a song and you add parts? How does it work?
You pretty much nailed it.
Okay, sweet. Next question. then.
Some of us we'll bring a song to the band almost pretty much fully formed, and we go, that suits us, or maybe keep that one for the solo album, or I've got this idea, I think I need some help with it, that kind of thing. It works that way, right? I mean, Chris is really quite prolific, writes a lot of songs.
Realistically, though, we do write together still.
Oh, yeah,
And there's
absolutely.
a reasonable amount on this new album that you and I physically would start something. Kieran works through the day as well.
Yeah.
So quite often we'll get a song started, beat it into shape, and then we handball it over to him to fix up and make good.
5 years between the first one and this
Yeah.
one. I mean, it's a long time. Why so long?
Children.
Life?
Well, yeah, life gets in the way.
Courtney's a child. Sorry. Children, Courtney's a
We
child.
saw his primary school bag just a few
Yeah.
moments ago, so I am convinced. But was it just that, the fact that life got in the way?
Pretty much.
A little bit of that, but also a little bit of, we've never had the big record label that threw a bunch of money at us and blocked out time, and we got to go and do it sort of thing. So I think there's a lot of local musicians would know exactly what we're talking about when you go find the time, make sure your schedules, has anyone got any money, you're trying to pull favours, all that sort of stuff. So that can, and then, a year can turn into 2, can turn into 3, and can be 5.
Yeah, absolutely. Last question. If you could write with anyone, alive or dead, for one day, you cannot say Paul McCartney.
Oh.
Because I knew that's
Wow.
what you're all going to say.
I wouldn't want to anyway, he's rubbish.
That's what I've
Who I'd
heard.
write with.
Yeah. Chris Murphy.
Guy that mixed Courtney's solo album Big is a guy called Blue. Well, that's his stage name, Blue
Yeah,
Macaulay.
yeah.
I'd love to write with him. He used to write for the Jonas Brothers, and he's written for a bunch of different
Hanson?
people. Hanson, yeah.
You sang one of your songs on Idol,
I
right?
actually did, yeah. That was Kieran sent it to me. He sent me this compilation disc, and I was sitting in the bed in between two other idols, listening to this disc, and this song hit me, and I found myself, I was just crying with emotion, just trying to let something out, and I just fell in love with this song. And if I get a chance, I'm singing this song on the show. And of course, this week came up, it was an added extra thing that wasn't judged that week. I went, well, I don't care, I'm not being judged, I'm going to do it. So word
beautiful.
got back to the guy, and he wrote to me and said, oh, thanks so much.
How incredible. That's the perfect ending to that story,
amazing.
right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Did
Now,
you just get a scoop that he was in bed with two other idols? Am I the only one that picked up on that?
the new album is Fall On Me. It is done, but when is it out? When is it out, Kieran?
The whole record's in the can. It's mixed, mastered, ready to go. Artwork's done. We just got to put it out
You
there.
wait,
for the-
just you wait.
I'm waiting. Think about this as an exclusive scoop then on the brand new album from the Murphy Brothers. Fall On Me is what it's called. You guys are going to get up and do one more song, which is Shake That Feeling. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the Murphy Brothers.
Thank you.
The album is Fall On Me. It'll be out at some point this year, maybe July. But find them online. You'll find them at the Murphy Brothers. And of course, you can find us on The Scene at Music TV on Facebook and on YouTube. But as they get ready for it, ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for the Murphy Brothers and Shake That Feeling!
I did what any man would do. I died there right in front of you. That's what a broken man would say. Little lunch, I'm coming home to you. What's the point? The point is lost on you. Put it all in mirrors that will fade. You said your love is where I hide, but there's no room for two inside. Shake that feeling, take it out of the way. Let me know just where you're coming from. Shake that feeling, like a break in the day. Let me know just where you're coming from. I said what any man would say. I saved it for another day. Made sure that nothing's left behind. Little lunch, I'm coming home to you. What's the point? The point is lost on you. Put it all in thoughts and yesterdays. Hand over what's in line you knew, but there's no room inside for two. Shake that feeling, take it out of the way. Let me know just where you're coming from. Shake that feeling, like a break in the day. Let me know just where you're coming from. Gotta feel it, get between it. I feel the rush when we both steal it. I don't need it, you're so free. I can't decide. Shake the feeling, take it out of the way. Let me know just where you're coming from. Shake the feeling, like a break in the day. Let me know just where you're coming from. Shake the feeling, take it out of the way. Let me know just where you're coming from. Shake the feeling, yeah, like a break in the day. Let me know just where you're coming from. Shake the feeling, take it out of the way. Let me know just where you're coming from. Shake that feeling, like a break in the day. Let me know just where you're coming from.
Thank you.
The Murphy brothers, ladies and gentlemen, you know,
Oh, yes.
it's 30 years of you guys.
What happened to the 3?
The 3 melted, and this is the only cupcake I could find because our production budget is considerably lower than what we were expecting. But 30 years, here you go, mate, you can have that.
Thank you.
No, my absolute pleasure.
It's probably the first time the Murphy brothers have split one cupcake between the three.
But thank you for joining us. This is The Scene. It's every Sunday at 4 o'clock on Facebook and YouTube. It's the first episode back for the brand new season. Thank you for being here as well. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We'll catch you next Sunday afternoon. Thanks, boys.
Thanks, bud.
Cheers. Catch ya.
Thank you.
This is the scene.